I drive these neighborhoods day in and day out. I live in the neighborhood. I was like, why isn't anyone building a good two-story? Welcome back. Nathan here with Rebuild the Block. So let's talk a little bit about inspiration and direction of the company. We've come a long way since the very beginning when we were flipping homes in some of the historic districts downtown and in Mesa. And ultimately, we saw a lot of builders. They were out here in Arcadia and they were building some really cool stuff. And I leaned over to our team at the time and said, hey, do you think we could start doing this? Could we start building homes? And it was a resounding yes. So we jumped into the marketplace here in Arcadia Light. And at first, we were building what I would call on-trend homes. We were trying to build a really good product with the craft in mind. We were building these on-trend homes. And it wasn't until we bought a few estate properties in Arcadia proper where we started to really elevate our game and look to become a leader and go from being a good builder to a great builder. And in doing so, we built these two estate properties, 6,000 square foot homes. And something that we noticed, there'd be two demographics. The first demographic would be the couple that would come in that was downsizing. They didn't need an estate property, they needed 6,000 square feet, but they couldn't find anything to downsize because ultimately what they were used to living was a life of luxury. They had a luxury property with amazing details, great craftsmanship integrated into the home, amazing architecture, and they just couldn't find a builder that was willing to build a smaller package for them to be able to downsize and do. A second demographic, which we see here in Arcadia, was the younger demographic, the younger working professionals, young family that's just starting out. They have good career path and they have a fair amount of money, but they didn't have the money to be able to purchase a $4 million spec home in Arcadia proper. But what they really honed in on was they wanted the appeal for them was to have something, once again, that was true luxury property, paid attention to the details, the fit and finish came together, higher end appliance package, higher end fit and finish with our countertops, our tile selections, plumbing and lighting fixtures. And so we took that model and that feedback that we got in the Arcadia proper market, we moved back over to Arcadia Light and Lower Arcadia and took that same product that we put on the market off of Lafayette and 54th Street into a smaller package over on Glen Rosa, where we focused on the fit and finish, a design forward finish palette with higher end appliances, higher end fixtures and finishes. And after doing that, we realized that there was this missing segment of the market for these types of buyers. They didn't want to buy, a cheap flip. They didn't want to buy a cheaper track home. They wanted something that was uniquely custom, that was its own unique floor plan, own unique finishes, that was, designed by an architect and a design team. And so ultimately that's where we've been moving forward in the direction of not just trendy homes, but being designed forward. And this got us to thinking about the inspiration that we have for our first two-story homes that we'll be developing, one here in Jeffrey Lay Estates and one just south of LGO, just a few blocks away. And what we saw was a similar demographic. We saw these two stories popping up all over the place on these small, what we consider almost beachfront property size lots, 6,000, 5,000, 6,500 square foot lots. They have great views of Camelback, but quite frankly, they're just not getting the design aesthetic and the architecture that we feel like is becoming of someone that wants to live in this marketplace and make this their own, the place where they live, they work, they eat, they play, all those types of things. And so we thought we could do it better. So as we begin construction, I can't wait to introduce you to this new product set that we're bringing to the market. I think that there's going to be so many people that are going to be excited to be able to see this unique design palette that's modern in architecture, amazing, on point with our design team. Follow Design Tank and Emily Yates at Urban Revival. They're the team that we've compiled to make this two-story inspiration become a reality.